Hey everybody, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to another video of One Tool a Week, guy. If you're new to the channel, we take a look at tools every week. So if you love tools, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So coming up are the holidays, and of course for those holidays, more than likely you're getting some gifts for somebody. So this week we're going to change it up a little bit, and we're going to make a segment called the gift ideas for trade workers. So let's get started. With that being said, I know for myself it's hard for my family or my wife to get me clothing out there. So if you're a wife out there and you're looking at this video, here's some ideas for you to get for your husband. If you're a husband and you're looking for some stuff for yourself, well, here's some ideas for you as well. So come on, let's get started. So previously I did a video on pants, and I went ahead and purchased these Truewerk pants right here, which I happen to like a whole lot, and I've been wearing them out in the field, and they're very comfortable, guys. They're made out of like a synthetic or like a parachute style material, but of course it's very stretchable and it's very comfortable, guys. And these are going to be the Truewerk T2 pants, which are going to run you about $79.99, which is a little bit on the higher end price, but I definitely recommend it. The one downfall that I had about these is that it only has one rear pocket. Hopefully Truewerk fixes that and they're able to add the other pocket in the future. So let's put those to the side. The next up item is going to be these babies right here. And these are going to be the ATG or all-terrain gear by Wranglers, which I also went ahead and did a video on them previously, and I happen to wear them and like them a whole lot also. Now these are going to be, of course, Wranglers, and they're going to be also a synthetic material which helps you resist waters. If you're a hiker or if you like to go on the outdoors, these are probably some comfortable pants as well. Definitely recommend them, guys. If you're out there and you wear jeans in a regular basis, which like myself, I wear jeans all the time, I went ahead and picked these up, and I happen to be satisfied with them. They are gonna run about $39.99 on Amazon. So if you're looking to change out your gear or your clothing out there and looking for something new and different that you want to try, go ahead and take a look at these few pants. Now if you have pants, then more than likely you have a belt, and that belt holds your pants together. You clip on things, you have other things, multi-tools, whatever the case is. If you're looking to get a belt, then I definitely would recommend the Core belt. Now the Core belt is not like your regular belt. It does run on a traction system right here. Let me go ahead and move that to the side, and let me see if I could zoom in and the camera catches this. So as you can see right there, this is the belt, and these are the hooks right here. You go ahead, and over here on this side you have a latch that you just go ahead and pull, and it connects. If you could hear it click, it connects from the back right there, and that's it. It locks on to you, and you have more increments of adjustment. So instead of having those small hole loops that with the leather they tend to stretch out and then you have to go to the next one or you have to make more holes, you already have the track system that's going to go ahead and make increments up to 1/4 of an inch of an adjustment. So if you're losing weight, gaining weight, this is going to be a perfect belt for you just to adjust it. And after that, you just go ahead and press it, and you go ahead and take it apart. So that is a very great belt to have. I love it. I've had it for quite a while, I think about a year, and as you can tell, it's still in great shape. Again, I like to take care of my stuff, but it's been lasting me a good while. Now on top of that, if you are also looking for gift ideas right now with all the stuff that's going on, more than likely you have mask or people are wearing face protection. I go ahead and use the buff mask whenever I'm outside or outdoors, which is very comfortable. It's not just a mask, it works as a multiple items that you can use as far as your head covering. If you like to go hiking, again, you can use it as your hair to pull it back, catch sweat, mask, a full face shield. You could use it as multiple items, which again I happen to love, and it's a great item to have. Next up, guys, of course, on top of the buffs, stuff that I always wear or have on me are the most comfortable gloves that I've ran into are these, the MaxiFlex cut resistant gloves. These are gonna set you back about $27.95 for a set of 3, and I happen to come across them, and like I said, they are super comfortable. They allow me to touch and feel, and I'm just not as uncomfortable as other gloves. They feel natural and just real ergonomic towards your hands, which I definitely recommend, guys. And in mostly all my videos, you're gonna see me wear these gloves unless I come across some new ones. So that's going to be it for clothing. Now let's get into tools and gears that you're probably going to want to look into or pick up for your significant other. So first off, guys, I happen to work at certain areas which require you to have a badge or require you to have some sort of ID on you at all times. So with that, I got tired of just having some regular plastic ID holder. I went ahead and picked up a different ID or plastic holder, and that was the Govo T4s right here, which I happened to pick up. And of course I picked it up with the lanyard. So this is going to be the lanyard right here. It comes with this little section with a quick connection that you get to remove and put on. But this is going to be the Govo ID holder. Now, I did get it in plastic. You could get them in titanium or steel, and it's just a very neat little feature to have. Now, of course, you're going to have multiple features on it. This is going to be it. You could connect it to your pocket if you have pockets on your shirt, or you, like I said, you could connect it to your lanyard. You put your ID right here, and then after that, you could hold it, and also it holds your wallets on top of it. It serves as a wallet. You're going to have some springs on the inside. You probably can't see it, but it has a spring. That way it holds it up against the wall, and you're not having to move it or wobbles or it comes loose on it. So I definitely recommend picking some of this up. Again, if you're a construction worker or you're out in the trades, or if you're just an office personnel, this is going to be a pretty nice little badge to have, and it's going to be rugged and it's going to last. It's not just some cheap material that you're going to break off pretty quick. Next up, guys, something that I made a video also, I definitely recommend picking up a Yeti cup. I have the 20 ounce just because it fits everywhere and it just fills up just the right amount of coffee. Now, if you're a heavy coffee drinker, then I'll probably recommend getting the 30 ounce. That way you fill it up even more. So, of course, guys, this is just a stainless steel color. Yeti's going to run it for about $29.99. You're going to be able to pick it up. And, of course, there's multiple colors that you could pick up. I definitely recommend a Yeti just because it works for two purposes. It works to keeping it cold and it works in keeping it hot. Next item is going to be probably the most important thing, and probably you cannot have enough of them. It's going to be a tape measure. Now, I definitely recommend picking up a tape measure. It doesn't matter what type of tape measure. I myself like to use a Stanley Power Lock right here, and this is going to be the Stanley 33425 footer. You're going to be able to find it for $17 on Amazon, and this is pretty much my go-to tape measure all the time. And like I said, you cannot have enough of them. I carry the 25 footer just because the 30 is too heavy for me, and the 16 just never reaches enough because depending on what you're cutting, the 25 is just a well-rounded number. Now, in case you already have a Stanley and you want to upgrade a little more, you're probably gonna want to take a look at this little baby right here. Let's go ahead and zoom in. This is going to be the Crescent Lufkin Shockforce 25 footer. Going to be contrast. It's going to be a black with like a highlighter green. That way it's more visible, and it's just a nice round tape measure. It's meant for shock resistant. That way if you drop it, or if you're known to dropping it, or your apprentice drops your tape measure, it's going to be able to withstand some good amount of force. Now, this one's going to run you about $32.16. It's a little bit heftier of a price, but it's going to last you longer. Now, if you happen to go to Lowe's and they have a special, sometimes they have a special which you could find these pretty cheap. Now, once you get your measurements, guys, of course you are going to need something to write down. Now, if you're a pencil guy and you like to use pencils a lot, well, in that case, I definitely recommend this pencil right here. This is going to be the Art Holder Pencil 2.0. And let's go ahead and zoom in. And this is going to be a 2.0 lead holder right here, which is pretty tough, guys. I've used it for doing some woodwork, laying out on the floor, and etc., which is very nice. And it also has a nice little sharpener back here where you pull out the lead and sharpen it, which, like I said, it is very nice. Now, if you don't write in pencil and you like to write in pen, then in that case, I would strongly recommend getting this baby right here. This is going to be the Gerber right here, which is the tactical pen, guys. Sorry, I had a hard time saying it. It's a little fancy name right there. Now, of course, it is a pen, and you could also write when it's raining on it. Now, of course, you're gonna also have a window breaker up here in the front, and of course you can use it as a tactical. It would be pretty sharp, and you could definitely injure somebody using this pen. It's all steel right here, which is very nice, and you do feel the quality of the pen. It is very heavy. So again, guys, this is going to set you back a little heftier of a price, and you're going to be looking at $71.89 for this. Now, of course, you have your pen, you have your pencil, and then you're going to need some paper to write down. Now let's go ahead and slide those over. If you're going to need some paper, then I strongly recommend getting some Rite in the Rain paper right here, which of course you're able to write on the rain. It's not gonna mess up your paper. It is very nice material. I also like it because they're square boxes. They're not just your regular lines going to it. If you're doing some isometrics layouts, or if you're making a material list, you have a nice little setting and you could number them or set points as far as that. Now, of course, this is going to be the Rite in the Rain number 973 Max, which is very nice. Like I said, it does come in handy, and I just like it just because whenever you're outside, you never know what Mother Nature is going to throw at you, and it's going to withstand that wetness or rain as far as that. Now, keep in mind that you could only write with it with a pencil or a pen that could write in the rain. It's going to be compatible. If you have liquid gel pens or stuff like that, it's just going to run and it's not going to catch. Now, if this is too big for you, then I would probably recommend the number 235 Rite in the Rain notepads right here. And of course, they come in packs of 3, and you're going to be able to find them for $10.49, which isn't bad. So of course, if you like to carry it in your pocket or on your pants or something on you all the time, this is definitely some great items to have. So let's go ahead and slide that over to the right. The next thing is, guys, now we're gonna get into some screwdrivers. Now, of course, if you're a handyman or if you just like to have a screwdriver on you, then I definitely recommend picking up this baby right here, which is going to be the Wera Kraftform 25 pocket set, which comes with a nice little pouch. I happen to lose mine just because I don't keep it in the pouch, but it does extend, and you press the button, and of course you can make it into a little stubby screwdriver as well. So that's gonna be right there, and inside you're gonna press the button up top, and you're gonna have your heads right there that you could switch off, and you could just go ahead and close it. Your shaft right here is going to work as a multi bit, and you're also going to be able to pull it out, and if you need to, you can use it on your impact or 1/4-inch impacts. That way you could go ahead and keep on using it. Now, if Wera's not your cup of tea, then I would definitely recommend picking up maybe the Klein 11-in-1. I happen to use the HVAC just because it has a Schrader tool and the Schrader core remover. I happen to use that a lot, and it does come in handy. And like I said, this is going to be the Klein 11-in-1. You're going to be able to find it for $16.97, which is also a very nice little tool to have. Now, of course, if you need something smaller, then I would definitely recommend this baby right here, which is the Klein pocket screwdriver, and it's going to be model number 32613. Of course, it's going to come with a Phillips flathead in case you're doing controls or setting thermostats, stuff like that. This is very nice, and of course it slides over from the shaft. That way you don't go ahead and punch your pocket and end up, and it has a top that spins. That way it's more convenient for you on spinning. So this is going to be the screwdrivers, guys. Next up is going to be some utility knives. So of course, you happen to have a knife on you all the time. You're gonna need to be cutting boxes, opening up stuff. Also, they open up, they're the magical key, they're the universal key. Whenever you have to open up certain doors, you end up using your utility knife. The first one's going to be this one, the Gerber EAB pocket knife right here, which I happen to like a lot. It is very nice. I like how small it is, and I like to use it a whole lot and carry it on me. The only downfall is that you don't have enough leverage. It lacks on the leverage or on the handle. That way you could put more effort on it. Now, if you're looking for something that's going to give you more effort, then I definitely recommend picking up the Milwaukee Fastback utility knife, which is very nice. And of course, the handle's going to be a good amount larger, and it's going to give you that leverage. That way you could break or cut whatever you're looking for to cut. Now, on top of a utility knife, you're probably going to end up using flashlight, guys, which of course I love flashlights. I happen to use flashlights a whole lot, and I have them on me all the time. And of course, my favorite flashlight is going to be the Streamlight Stylus Pro right here, which is going to be the USB. Now, the neat feature about it is that it has a USB charger and a rechargeable battery. So all you do is just go ahead and slide this. It's a waterproof, seal tight. And let me zoom in more. You're gonna have an O-ring right here, and of course your micro USB connection, and you go ahead and close it, and you're able to light up whatever you're looking for just with the back of the button. And of course, I carry it in my pocket on me all the time, which is a very neat flashlight. Now, let's say you don't like the Streamlight and you want something different, then I definitely recommend getting an Olight Perun Mini right here, which is also going to be a nice little pocket flashlight that you're going to have on you, and you're going to have up to 1,000 lumens with it, which is very bright, guys. As you can tell, it dimmed out my camera, which is super light. So those are gonna conclude for the most items, techie items that you're gonna. Last but not least is going to be some AirPod Pros, guys. I happen to pick up the AirPod Pros, and I happen to like them for a couple reasons. One, their noise cancellation, so you have them on you and you could actually prevent noise from going in, and you could hear people talking over the phone also. So if you're in a loud air handler room or something where there's a lot of noise and you need to talk to or make some orders, talk to customer service, talk to a technical service, whatever the case is, guys, these are going to be great just because they cancel out the noise and you can actually hear the people. Now, if they can't hear you, it's a different story. You'll probably end up walking out and still talking to other people. But I happen to like these and just went ahead and enjoy them and take them to work and have a great time with them. And on top of that, I like to listen to music whenever I'm at work as much as I can, just to make the day go by faster and funner. So of course they're gonna run about $200. They usually cost $250, but right now they're on sale on Amazon, and I went ahead and have these. And if you're looking for a lesser or least expensive item, then probably think about picking up the Apple AirPods, which are the regular ones, and they're gonna cost you about $120 right now. So that's gonna be it, guys. That's gonna conclude my video. Let me know if I should add some other items, or if you yourself are looking to look at some other items that you have on your wish list. So as always, guys, we are almost at the 3,000 subscriber mark. You know what that means. I will be giving away a Vito Pro Pack backpack. Now, the way to win is always keep on commenting on my videos. I always take a look at them, and also let me know what trade you're in and how you learned about this channel. So thank you for watching, and thanks for watching One Tool a Week, guy.